Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, you were asked when you entered the class to choose 4 of those 6 problems on multiplying decimals. And then I said I would use Team Shake to call on people to help me go over 3 of those 6 problems. So when I'm done, don't say, but you only went over 3 and we had to do 4. So I Team Shaked it because I spent 99 cents on Team Shake. I want to make sure I get my money's worth. And my first person whose name came up was Dylan.
Peppers.
Dylan, Dr. Peppers. Will you give me one of those problems, please? Number 1, how do you say it? How do you say it? What's the first factor? How do you say the number in front of the decimal point? Everything in front of the decimal point. 32. What do you say when you get to the decimal point? And. Good. What's the number after the decimal point? 6. What place value is the 6 in? Tenths. So it'd be 32 and 6 tenths. Dylan, how do you say the second factor? 2 and 4 tenths. Now, Dylan, before we do this, we're going to estimate an answer here. Because this is going to help us figure out where to put the decimal point. Now, there's another way, and we'll talk about that as well. But if you estimate, it gives you a good idea of where to put the decimal point. So, Dylan, let's say 32 and 6 tenths is closest to 33. 2 and 4 tenths is closest to 2. So what would 33 times 2 be, Dylan? 66. So if you are doing this problem, your answer should be near 66. That's going to really help you figure out where to put the decimal point if you don't know the actual way of putting the decimal point where it goes. Now you estimate before you do the problem. If you don't estimate before you do the problem, you're not estimating. You're rounding your answer. That's not estimating. That's rounding. Not estimating. Estimation's done before you do the math. All right, Dylan, the second step. When we multiply decimals, we are going to rewrite the problem without any decimal points. Dylan, we're going to multiply it just as if we had 2 whole numbers as our factors. So Dylan, we're going to start in the ones place. What is 4 times 6, Dylan? 24. We have 24 ones, which is the same as saying 4 ones and 2 tens. So we got to carry that 2 over to the tens place. Dylan, what is 4 times 2? 8 plus 2. 10. Put my 0 there. I have 10. 10 tens, which equals 100. I carry that 1. Dylan, 4 times 3 plus 1. 13. So 326 times 4 is 1,304. So now we're done with our ones place. We move to our tens place. Dylan, what number's in the tens place in this factor? 2. And how much is 2 tens worth? If Matilda gave you 2 tens, how much money do you have? 20. Good. So this time we're multiplying 326 times 20. Since we're going to the tens place, we put a 0 in the ones place. So now we're multiplying 2 tens times 6. So what's 2 times 6, Dylan? 12. So I put my 2, carry my 1. What's 2 times 2, Dylan? Plus 1? 5. I don't have to carry anything. 2 times 3, Dylan? 6. Now I add. I know that 326 times 20 is 6,520. Now I add. What's my sum in my ones place? 4 plus 0. Don't shrug your shoulders. 4. Thank you. 0 plus 2. 2. 3 plus 5. 8. And 6 plus 1. 7. Dylan, let's go back and look at our problem. In our problem, how many numbers are behind the decimal point in this factor? No, in this factor. 1. Don't tell her the wrong answer, Matilda. What about in this factor? How many? 1. How many is that total, Dylan? Now tell her that, Matilda. 2. So we put, if there are 2 numbers behind the decimal point in the problem, there must be 2 numbers behind the decimal point in the answer. If I put my decimal point anywhere else, it's nowhere close to my estimate. 7 and 824 thousandths? No. 782 and 4 tenths? No. That's why we do the estimate before. Rounding it at the end, as you know, zip, zero, zilch, not a good. Not at all. It doesn't help. The purpose of an estimate is to help you. Thank you, Dr. Peppers. See, I call her that because her last name is Peppers. And so the drink, Dr. Pepper, and that's what I call it. Okay, thank you. Let's go back to Team Shake. The next volunteer is Cade.
I knew you.
Cade, pick one of those problems that we have not yet done. 5. And tell me how to say that problem.
4, 3 tenths times 4 and 7 tenths.
84 and 3 tenths times 4 and 7 tenths. Let's round that. Round our factors so we can kind of get an answer. And I'm going to round it to make it real easy. Let's say 84 is 80. 4 and 5 tenths is 5. What would be 80 times 5? Oh, you can do that in your head. Bring that 0 down. What's 5 times 8? 40. So my answer needs to be somewhere around 400. So if you did this problem, your answer should be somewhere in the neighborhood of 400. All right, so there's our estimate, 400. We are going to rewrite it, ignoring the decimal points, so that we have 843 times 47. Cade, what is 7 times 3?
7 times 3 is
21. Good, so this is 843 times 7. 21, what is 7 times 4?
7 times 4 is 28.
28 plus 2?
That is 30.
30, so I have 30 tens. So that means I have 0 tens and 3 hundreds, the same as the value of 30 tens.
She's only giving it back because you gave back her bay.
I gave back her bay.
Yeah, so she's giving me that back.
You know what? You tell her if she wants to start a war, I'll take every tire off her car.
Oh, no.
Let's see.
'Cause that's the way I roll. And one more. Cade, what is 7 times 8?
56.
Plus 3? 59. So 843 times 7 is 5,901. So now we're moving to the tens place. So I have 843 times 40, because I have 4 tens. 4 tens, the value of is 40. And since I'm moving to the tens place, my first product has to be in the tens place. So Cade, 4 times 3?
12.
12. 12 tens is the same as saying 2 tens and 100. So 4 times 4 is?
16.
Plus 1?
17.
17. Carry the 1. 4 times 8?
32.
Plus 1? 33. Now we need to find the sum of those two products. 1 plus 0.
1.
1, 1. 2 plus 0.
2.
2 tens. 9 plus 7.
16.
16 hundreds. 1 plus 5 plus 3.
9.
9 thousands. And 3 plus nothing else. 3. This factor has how many numbers behind the decimal point?
2.
No, this factor.
1.
1. This factor.
1.
How many numbers behind the decimal point then in my product?
2.
2. 396 and 21 hundredths. Is that close to our estimate, Cade?
Yes.
Yes.
It's just 4.
The estimate is going to help you because what I see happening throughout my 943 years of teaching is I see people want to move the decimal point straight down and then they put it between the 2 and the 1, which would make no sense. Which would make no sense
No sense.
whatsoever. All right, Mason, I said we were going to do one more, but we're not. Boom, shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do something kind today, subscribe, save the peace.